Okay, so our next topic we have triangles. Triangles are one of the most important shapes in geometry. They are simple, just three sides and three angles. So basically every triangle, every shape called a triangle has three sides and three angles. No matter the size of the triangle, no matter how big or small it is, as long as it's a triangle, it contains three sides and three angles. Importantly, you should also remember that the sum of angles in your triangle always sums up to what? 180 degrees. Okay, now they show up everywhere from basic drawings to complex engineering designs. Understanding triangles properly makes many geometry problems much more easier to solve. Now, what is a triangle? A triangle is a shape formed by joining 3 points with straight line. Okay, it has 3 vertices. All right, 3 angles. This is vertex 1, vertex 2, and vertex 3. 3 angles: angle 1, angle 2, and angle 3. And it has 3 sides: side 1, side 2, and side 3. One important fact always to remember, like we said before, the sum of the interior angles of any triangle is what? 180 degrees. That simply means no matter how big or small the triangle is, the sum of these 3 angles must be 180 degrees. Now, types of triangles. Triangles can be grouped into two main ways: by their sides and by their angles. Alright, now if we look at by their sides, we have 3 main types of triangles, and if we look at by their angles, we also have 3 main types of angles. Now, by their sides, by the length of their sides, we have the equilateral triangle, we have the isosceles triangle, and we have the scaling triangle. All right, now for the equilateral triangle, all sides are equal and all angles are equal. The 3 sides of a triangle 1, 2, 3 are equal. The 3 angles are also equal. That forms our equilateral triangle. For the scaling triangle, 2 sides are equal and the 2 base angles are equal. Sorry, for the isosceles triangle, the 2 sides are equal and the 2 base angles are equal. Now, for the scaling triangle, no side is equal and no angle is equal. Okay, isosceles, 2 sides are equal and the angles opposite those sides are also equal. That's what we refer to as our base angles. So if these 2 sides are equal, then the base angles are equal. While for the scaling, all the sides and angles are all different. There's no equal side, no equal angle. Now, based on angles, we have the acute triangles. Now, the acute triangles are those triangles in which all 3 angles within them are less than 90 degrees. Okay, all 3 angles, let's say we have this as 45, this is 55, and this gives us 70. All three are less than 90 degrees. So that's an example of an acute triangle. Now, when we talk about a right angle triangle, one angle is at exactly 90 degrees. One angle is at exactly 90 degrees. Now, this type of triangle is important in solving Pythagoras theorem. Okay. Now, while for an obtuse triangle, one of the angles is greater than 90 degrees. So we can have this as 110. Alright, so this angle at 40 and this angle at 30. So this is an example of an obtuse triangle, a right angle triangle, and an acute triangle. Now, triangles, all angles. Now, important properties to always remember is that first, your triangles have three sides, three angles, and three vertices. Now, some of your angles in your triangle sums up to what? 180 degrees. Okay. Now, the longest side is opposite the largest angle. The longest side is always opposite to the largest, is always opposite the largest angles. Now, the sum of any two sides is always greater than the third side. The sum of any two sides is always greater than the third side. Now, in an isosceles triangle, angles opposite each other are equal. Okay, that means our base angles here, our base angles for an isosceles triangle are equal. So base angles of an isosceles triangles are equal. Now, looking at Pythagoras theorem, Pythagoras theorem is applicable majorly and only to right angled triangles, and it states that in a right angled triangle, alright, the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the square of the other two sides, which are referred to as your opposite and adjacent. Alright, so if we have a right angled triangle, this is a hypotenuse C, okay, our opposite A and the adjacent B. So what this one is saying, that the square of C, which is a hypotenuse, equals the sum of the square of B plus A squared. Okay, that is what it's saying. Where C is the hypotenuse, alright, A and B are the other two sides, which is our base, are opposite and adjacent. In simple terms, the square of the longest side equals the sum of the squares of the other two sides. Now, example 1 says, in a right angle triangle, it has sides 3 cm and 4 cm. What is the hypotenuse? Alright, so we are asked to find the hypotenuse C, given that one side is 3 and the other is 4. So applying a Pythagoras rule, it means C squared equals 3 squared plus 4 squared. And 3 squared is 9, plus 4 is 16. 9 plus 4 gives us 25. So C squared equals 25. So taking square root of both sides, that becomes C equals root 25, which gives us 5. Alright, C squared, C gives us 5. So our hypotenuse here would be 5. Example 2 says, in a triangle, two angles are 50 and 60 degrees. Find the third angle. So if we have our triangle as 50 degrees and 60 degrees, so we are looking for x. Now, earlier we've learned that some of our interior angles for a triangle sums up to 180 degrees. So for here we have it as 50 plus 60 plus x equals what? 180 degrees. Okay, having it at that, this gives us 110 plus x equals 180 degrees. So therefore, x equals 180 minus 110, which gives us 70 degrees. So our value for x on the third angle will be 70 degrees. All right, for your assignment, it says a triangle has sides 5 cm, 12 cm, and 13 cm. Show whether it is a right angled triangle. Okay, so you are expected to apply your Pythagoras theorem here to show whether it's a right angled triangle. And 2, explain the difference between equilateral, isosceles, and scaling triangles. Okay, explain the difference between equilateral, isosceles, and scaling triangles. Alright guys, with this we've come to the end of today's tutorial. If there are any questions or comments, please put them down in the comment section below. Your solution, we need to see your solution also in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this link with your friends. See you in our next class. Thank you.
Hi, I'm sure you enjoyed the video you just watched. To see more content as that, prepare you for your upcoming exam, make sure to smash the subscribe button and turn on notification. Also, remember that you can use the comment section to send us your questions or your inquiries, and we are happy to take them. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.